The representation of black women in the media is constantly stereotyped. Even if she is the protagonist of the movie, series, or soap opera, in most cases she is the poor character, the housemaid, the nanny, the not black woman, or the hypersexualized one. In addition, black actors don't have the same opportunities to get prominent roles, so they have to work twice as hard to be recognized for their talent. It is common in the mass media that black characters, when facing certain situations, move their necks more with circular movements in their arms and hands, several times, like a way to demonstrate their courage, impose respect, and talk with attitude. But these behaviors are associated with stereotypes that reinforce racial prejudice. According to Lara Vascolto, as a result of the civil rights movement and feminist movements, authors and screenwriters were concerned with showing that the way were not racist and sought to give more visibility to black women in cinema. They came up with ideas to create characters who did not keep quiet about wrong attitudes and who provoke joy in the house. But since prejudice is present most of the time in most of these rules, the black woman is the housemaid, poor, among others. Thus, these characters are usually hard-working women who defended their opinions, rebuke their bosses, and bring joy to everyone around them. However, these rules end up building stereotypes. The less offensive one is that the loud black woman is also sensible, reliable, and loyal. The more present negative stereotypes, on the other hand, are that the black woman is an angry, noisy, or wicked woman who doesn't have good manners or doesn't know how to act subtly and politely. For example, in the movie Bring Down the House, Charlene Morton, played by Queen Latifah, ostensibly portrayed these stereotypes about black women. She is an extravagant, loud, vulgar woman who communicates by shaking her head and gesturing her hands, and she is treated as a freak incapable of good manners and subtleties.
Miss, another martini.
Oh, hell no. I know she ain't talking to me.
Ashley, she doesn't work here.
Well, if she isn't here to work, then what is she here for?
Oh, hell's no, Miss Thing. You best pump your brakes.
Listen, she's my ex-wife's sister. I would have killed her myself years ago.
What is she doing here?
Oh, get used to it, Twiggy. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of me around here.
Not without a broom in your hand.
If I have a broom, it's only because I'm here to sweep up the white trash.
Save it for the YMCA, Jemima.
Bitch! I will kick the bulimia out of your ass.
Have you ever
run
had a
with Lane.
temperate
You know
moment?
me.
Why don't you just go back to the vodka bottle you crawled out of?
The frequency of this type of rules in movies and series associated with comic relief masks and the stereotypical image of the black women is widely consumed by the masses. In this way, this type of representation supports the growth of this racial stereotype. Bell Hooks says that for black people, the pain of learning that we cannot control our images, how we see ourselves, or how we are seen is so intense that it rends us. It rips and tears at the seams of our efforts to construct self and identify. In other words, black women live with stereotypical representations daily. And in order not to be associated with this image of the angry, noisy women, they end up silencing themselves.
Somebody was catching heat besides me.
A ticket? How you gonna give me a ticket?
You're parked by a hydrant.
Do you see a fire? Do you smell smoke? Do you see a dog trying to pee? You know what you need to give yourself a ticket? You're the one that's double parked. You give me that pad. Got to give me that. Now who's buying it? There. Ah, how you like that? What? Now you got to stick it wild. What's some of this?
Would you look at that? Now she should be ashamed of herself.
Didn't you have a fight with that meter maid?
That was different.
No, it wasn't.
Do you see a fire? Do you smell smoke? Do you see a dog trying to pee? What you need to do is give yourself a ticket. You're the one that's double parked. Give me that. Give me that. How does it feel now? I give you the ticket.
Thus, many of these film productions reproduce the preconceived idea that the black woman is not shy, observant, reserved, among other characteristics which are usually tied only to white women. In parallel of these stereotypes, the character Aunt Vivi from the series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air portrayed the opposite. She is an elegant, refined, and rich woman. She is used this kind of communication, such as nodding her head and moving her hands, like a way to talk with attitude.
I am.
Let those kids out.
These kids are car thieves.
Then you have made a big mistake. Now, I don't know how you got that bogus confession out of them, but those two boys haven't stolen a thing from anyone. This has got to be the biggest amateur operation I have seen since Mayberry RFD.
Did you ask your wife to calm down?
Calm yourself, Barney Fife.
Vivian, please. Now, officers, I'm sure we can clear this whole matter up quite easily.
Could you please sit down? We're busy now.
Oh, honey, we're about to get very busy.
In conclusion, it is necessary to open our eyes to the systems of racial representation that reinforce stereotypes about black women, because the masses influenced by the media tend to observe what is on the screen, and erroneously they generalize the image of the scandalous black woman, in many cases forcing the woman to be silent in certain situations in order not to be called angry or loud.